Hey everyone and welcome to the session on sample paper Maharashtra board grade 10. This is sample paper part 2. So basically we are going to discuss problems based on entire geometry. That is your part 2. If you have missed watching part 1, please watch the video on part 1 as well. We have covered the sample paper for algebra. Alright, so let's begin without any further delay. So in this, obviously as we know, the first question that we have is question 1A, and question 1A will have 1 mark each, right? So let us see the first question. Let's read the question. The question says, in the given figure, DE is parallel to BC. So a figure must be given to us. Let us see where the figure is. Okay. So it's already given that DE is parallel to BC, and it is given that DB is 6 centimeter. So this DB is how much? 6 centimeter. Then AD is 4 centimeter. This AD is 4 centimeter. Then we have EC. EC is 9 centimeter. So this is 9 centimeter. And then we are supposed to find out AE. Now, isn't this a very simple question, right? We know that the two lines are parallel. So what is the concept that we are going to apply? DE is parallel to BC. So by basic proportionality theorem, that is, in a triangle, if a line is parallel to one of the sides, then it divides the other two sides in equal ratio. That is, AD by DE is equal to AE by EC. Correct? Put the values 4 by 6 is equal to AE by 9. Cross multiply 9 into 4 by 6, and then you can solve it further. 9 for the 36. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So yes, do we have 6 in the options? Yes, we have that. So 6 centimeter is the right answer. Correct? Perfect. So this is our question number 2. Here we are supposed to identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplets. Now, how do we identify whether 3 numbers are in Pythagorean triplets or not? What you do is, you pick up the largest number out of the 3 numbers. In all the 4 options, you'll have to do that. Pick up the largest number, then square it. What you will do is, you will square it. Then pick up the other 2 numbers, square them and add. Square them and add. And if the sum of the squares of the other 2 numbers is equal to the square of this number, then we can say that definitely they are in Pythagorean triplet, otherwise not. So let us see the solution. So first is 4, 9, 12. As I said, 4 and 9, 2 smaller numbers. 4 square plus 9 square. That gives you 16 plus 81, that is 97. Then do 12 square, the biggest number you can say. So 12 square is 144. Both of them are not equal. That means this is not a Pythagorean triplet. We move further. Then we move on to 5, 12, 13. So again 13 is a bigger number, keep it aside. First you can square and add these two. That is 5 square plus 12 square. So 5 square plus 12 square is 25 plus 144, that gives you 169. And 13 square is also equal to 169. And then 169 is equal to 169, right? So definitely this is a Pythagorean triplet. And anyways, see, the question says which of the following. So 5, 12, 13, already we have got the answer. And the other one, if you see, C and D, okay, they have not solved it here, but anyways we have got the answer. So definitely C and D is not going to be there in the correct options, because 10 square is 100, 5 square is 25, this is 64, 25 plus 64 is 89. 89 is not equal to 100, right? This also, 6 square plus 7 square, 6 square is 36, 7 square is 42, 36 plus 42, if you do how much, that is 78, and 10 square is 100. Again they are not equal. Correct? Perfect. Had this been 6, 8, 10, this would have been the correct answer. Anyways, let's continue. So the next question says, find the measure of angle D. So to find out the measure of angle D, firstly we need the figure. Okay, so we have the figure. So measure of angle D, this angle is what we are supposed to find out. Now, if you see the concept very carefully, we know that angles inscribed in the same arc are congruent. Angles inscribed in same arc, that means what? If there is a circle, understand, if there is a circle and if there is an arc, say this is any arc, with the help of this arc, if I draw first angle, and with the help of the same arc, if I draw second angle, these angles are called as angles inscribed in same arc, where this is called as the intercepted arc. So these two angles are always equal. Now tell me one thing, if I consider this arc AC Then there is one angle at the top here, angle B. There is one angle over here, angle D. So angle B and angle D are going to be equal, and both of them are going to be 37 degrees. Correct? And also angle C and angle A are equal, but they're asking angle D, so it does not make any sense to find out C, but that's okay. That is 36. And then B and D will be same. So B and D will be 37. So 37 is the correct answer. 36 is not the correct answer, because if they ask you angle C will be 36. Angle D will be 37. Correct? Simple? Perfect. Let's have a look at a new point. New question, not a point. Okay. So if points P 1, -2 and Q 0, -3 are given, we are supposed to find out distance PQ. Very simple question, isn't it? This question is based on coordinate geometry, and we know how to find out the distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points is given by distance formula. And how do we apply distance formula? Distance formula is applied by taking the first point as x1, y1, second point as x2, y2, isn't it? This is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So what will be distance PQ? Distance between any 2 points. Distance between any 2 points is given by under root x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Obviously, I am just writing down the formula so that it does not appear directly to you. So x2 minus x1 the whole square. So 0 minus 1 the whole square plus minus 3 of minus 2 the whole square. That is equal to minus 1 square, which is 1, and this becomes plus, right? That is again 1. So distance PQ is under root 2. Distance PQ is under root 2. Correct? Okay. So we are done with question number 1A. Now we are going to deal with question number 1B. So in question number 1B, we are going to solve the following sub questions. So the first question is, now see, what is the difference between question number 1A and 1B? In 1A, you have 4 options, and the questions are based on MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. You have to tick mark the correct answer there. Here we have to actually solve for 1 mark. Okay, so we have to solve it properly. So here it says if sin A is equal to 8 by 10, find tan A. So it is already given that sin A is 8 by 10, and 8 by 10 is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, right? And then we know that hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So hypotenuse is how much? So hypotenuse is how much? Hypotenuse is 10. That is 10 square is equal to 8 square. See, basically this is 10, this is 8, right? So 10 square is equal to 8 square plus adjacent square. And then you solve this further. This is 100 minus 64, and that gives you 36. So once you get the adjacent side as 6, now you know tan is nothing but opposite by adjacent, 8 by 6. And if you want to solve it further, you can also write it as 4 by 3. And that is your final answer. Children, always remember one thing, whenever they give you the ratio, 8 and 10 are not the actual values there, correct? So ideally what you do is, I am just giving you a hint here, you take the common multiple as k and you solve it like this. You take the hypotenuse as 10k, and then you take the opposite side as 8k. You take this as 10k, you take this as 8k, and then once you get tan, answer is going to be the same. You will get 8k by 6k. This answer you are going to get in k, and that gives you 8 by 6, because this is not the actual value, no? These are the ratios. Anyways, fine, there is no problem. Ultimately, we are getting the answer correct. Okay, let's continue further. It is given that the angle of sector is 45 degrees. Okay, angle of sector means what? Central angle. Always remember, if they say the angle of the sector that means the central angle is already given to us. So central angle is 45 degrees. We are supposed to find the length of the arc if the radius of the circle is 7 centimeter. Now radius is how much? Isn't this an easy question? Length of the arc. So we already know the formula. I'm writing the formula here. Theta by 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. That gives you what? That gives you the length of the arc. Correct? So length of arc is theta by 360 into 2 pi r. But what is theta? Theta is 45. So 45 by 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. So that's it. You put the values. You cancel this 45 ones are, and then 45 eights are, right? And then 2 ones are, 2 fours are. Anyways, you can solve this further. Okay, they have solved it here. And then you get the length as 11 by 2 centimeter. And that's it. So length of arc means what? This part. This is the length. This is 11 by 2 or 5.5 centimeter. Now let's talk about finding the value of OPR. OPR. In this particular question, we are supposed to find out OPR, right? What is given? It is already given that POQ is 60 degrees. Okay, so we know that the tangent is radius. Okay, so what do we know here? We know that the tangent is always perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. So tell me one thing. Can I say angle Q will be 90 degrees? That is in triangle PQO. PQO. Angle Q. Q means OQP if you write it down completely. That is 90 degrees. And then this is 60. So can I find out the remaining angle? Yes, I can do that. That is 180 minus 90 plus 60. So 90 plus 60 is how much? 90 plus 60 is 150. And 180 minus 150 is 30 degrees. So can I say this angle P is 30 degrees, correct? Now if I take these two triangles, can I prove the two triangles congruent? See, PQO and PRO. PRO is also 90. This is 90. This is 90. So can I say PQO and PRO is 90? Yes. Can I say OQ is equal to OR? OR and OQ is equal because they both are radii of the same circle or radius of the same circle. And then we have the common side, right? Okay, you can take common side if you want to take. PQ is equal to PR, that is also fine because we know that length of the tangents from the external point are equal, right? So finally we can say that the two triangles are what? They are congruent, right? So two triangles are congruent by SAS test. This is SAS test of congruency. So since the two triangles are congruent, now can I say that this angle will be equal to this angle, that is angle OPQ. OPQ will be equal to angle OPR. But this is already 30, correct? Because if you see the previous slide, we have already proved that as 30 degrees. See here, correct? So yes, if this is 30, the other angle is also going to be 30 degrees. That means this angle is also going to be 30 degrees. And that's it. Simple. Very straightforward question. Let's continue further. Next question says, line BD bisects angle B. BC is given as 15 centimeter. AB is given as 12 centimeter. Okay. BC is 15. BC is 15. AB is 12. Then DC is 5. What are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out AB. Okay, it's not AB. We are supposed to find out AD. Please make a change. We are supposed to find out AD because AB is already given 12. AB is 12, so we are supposed to find out AD. Perfect. So we know property of angle bisector, right? So whenever we have an angle bisector, what is the property of angle bisector? We can say AB, we start from this vertex, AB by BC, AB by BC, again AB by BC, then again start from the same vertex, is equal to AD by DC, is equal to AD by DC. So AB by BC is equal to AD by DC. You start with vertex A, that becomes easy for us to write down. Now you put the values. Now it is not that difficult. So AD by 5 is equal to 12 by 15, and then you just take 5 on the other side. You get 12 into 5 by 15. 5 1s are, 5 3s are, 3 1s are, 3 4s are 12. AD is equal to 4 centimeter. Correct? So the value of AD is 4 centimeters. Okay. Now let's have a look at a new question. So it says complete the following activity, and here we are supposed to find out the value of x and the measure of angle SPQ. Firstly, we are supposed to find out the value of x, which is very simple, and then we are supposed to find out the measure of angle SPQ. Again, the second part is also simple. So looking at the figure, immediately it should strike your mind that okay, there is a circle and there is a quadrilateral inscribed in it, and such type of quadrilateral which is inscribed in a circle is called as a cyclic quadrilateral, and we know that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Correct? If the opposite angles are supplementary, that means their total is 180 degrees. So that's how we can start. We can say SPQ plus SRQ is 180. This is anyways given. Alright, let us see all the boxes first. So SPQ is 4x. How much is SRQ? SRQ is 124. Write down 124. So 4x is equal to 180 minus 124. 180 minus 124 is 56. So yes, 4x is equal to 56. So what will be x? X will be 56 divided by 4, which is 14. Correct? So what will be SPQ? What will be SPQ? Directly they are expecting the statement here. Because 56 is the final answer already given, understand, they are telling us to write down 4x, right? That is 4 into 14. I hope you are getting this. Say 4 is as it is and x is 14. So SPQ will be equal to 4 into 14, which is nothing but 56 degrees. Simple question, very straightforward, nothing much in this. Make sure that you fill the boxes correctly. 90% of the question anyways they have only solved it. So there is nothing much to do. Okay. Let's have a look at a new question. Okay, so this is the entire solution by the way. Yeah. So that's the solution where x is 14 and SPQ is 4x. That is 4 into 14. Okay, now we have a question based on mensuration. Interesting, important. So there is a hollow metallic cylinder with radius 8 centimeter. So radius is what? 8 centimeter. And the other radius. Why there are two radii by the way here? Because there is a hollow metallic cylinder. That means what? The cylinder looks something like this. That is this. So there is a hollow metallic cylinder and radius is 8. Radius is 8. So obviously the radius of the smaller one, right, this small one is going to be 8 and the radius of the bigger one is going to be 11 because that's what is given in the question. So they are taking it as small r and capital R, that's okay. And the height of the cylinder is not going to change. It doesn't matter how big the cylinder is in this pattern. The height of the cylinder is how much? 7. Now the question says, if the density of the metal used is 7.87 gram per cubic centimeter, then we are supposed to find out the mass of the cylinder. So what is the question? The question is telling us to find out the mass of the cylinder. Okay. So what is the volume of the cylinder? The volume of the cylinder, because this is a hollow cylinder, so here we are talking about only this part. Correct? So volume of the hollow cylinder is pi r square minus r square into h, where r, the capital R is the radius of the outer cylinder, small r is the radius of the inner cylinder. So volume of the cylinder is 22 by 7, r square minus r square. So can I say r square minus r square is nothing but 11 square minus 8 square. So inside that box you will have 11 square minus 8 square. Just see this and copy it as it is, putting the values there. That's it, nothing much. So once you solve this, 11 square is 121 minus 64. That is why they have given it, and they have cancelled 7 and 7. If you use your logic here, 7 is cancelled, 22 is here, and these values are here. Then they'll subtract it, 121 minus 64, that is 57. And then they're asking you the volume, so we can just multiply 57 and 22. 57, 22. So 114, 114. So 4521. 1254. 1254 goes in this box. 1254. Correct? Okay. So what is the mass? The mass is already given. If you see that if the density of the metal used is 7.87 gram per cubic centimeter, right? So mass is what? Density into volume. See, mass means what? They are not asking you the answer here. They are asking you the formula. We know that density, understand, density is what? This you have studied in physics. Density is mass divided by volume. So can I say mass is equal to density into volume? Correct? So mass is density into volume. So 7.87 into 1254. But before that, here you will write down mass is density into volume. That is the formula. And then you will get the final answer. That is 9868. Anyways, good thing is that they have already given you the answer. So all you needed is just write down the formula here. Right? Okay. And density is over here. Volume is over here. And then this is to be converted in kgs. Now, we know that 1 kg is how much? 1 kg is 1000 grams. So can I say 9868.98 grams, 1, 2, 3. You can shift 3 decimals. That gives you 9.86898 kgs, right? Basically 9.8. This decimal will come here. That will give you 9.8. Let us see the solution as well. So we started with the volume of the cylinder. We substituted the values. We cancelled this. We took the squares. We multiplied this. We got 1254. This is the volume. Then the formula, mass is density into volume. Substitute the values. Multiplication was already given. Put it in kgs. So kgs will be 1, 2, 3. So basically what they have done is they have rounded it off. That's your choice. It's a better understanding and a way of rounding it off. See, I'll tell you the rule. Especially in Maharashtra board, when you solve questions, if you are going to round it off up to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. That means after the decimal there should be 2 places. So we can do that because we have 9.86898. You write down 9 as it is. You write down dot. You write down 8. Now this 68, just to see the next numbers. 68, it is closer to 70. It is closer to 70, so write down 70. Then remove this 0. 9.87 is the answer. Correct? Okay. The next question says, find the value of x if D is parallel to BC. Interesting question. Such type of questions are very easy because straight away what we will do is we'll apply basic proportionality theorem and take the ratios, that is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC, and then get the value of x, right? So by basic proportionality theorem, AD by DB is equal to AE by C. AD by DB, AE by EC. So here we will have AE by EC. So can I say x plus 1 by 3x minus 1 is equal to, this will become x by 4x minus 3, correct? So now you cross multiply, 4x minus 3 into x plus 1 is equal to 3x minus 1 into x. So can we say this becomes x into 4x is 4x square and so on. See, they have already solved it. Basically they have skipped some steps. The distributive property they have already skipped it, and directly they have come to a quadratic equation. That's okay. We are directly having a quadratic equation here, we can solve that. This is minus 3, in the middle we have plus 2, so we'll have plus 3 minus 1. So solve it further. So x square plus 3x minus 3. You take x common from this, you get x plus 3. You get minus 1 common from this, you get x plus 3. So yeah, you solve that further. X minus 1 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. You have already studied that in quadratic equation. Okay, so if x minus 1 is equal to 0, 1 goes on the other side, x becomes positive 1, and if x plus 3 is equal to 0, x goes on that side. So negative 3, anyways they have written that length cannot be negative. See, if x is negative 3, here we cannot have negative 3, no, because length cannot be negative. So we will ignore that. And we have only one answer. The answer is x is equal to 1. Correct? So again, here it is 1. So when you are writing it over here, write it x is equal to 1 comma minus 3. Because in the beginning, you will take both the values. You will write down both the values of x, 1 and minus 3. But later, you will conclude that x cannot be negative because it is the length or it is the side of the triangle. Side of the triangle cannot be negative. Correct? So only one answer is there, that is the value of x is 1. Okay, so that's how it looks. So by basic proportionality theorem, we applied the theorem, we substituted the values, we cross multiplied, we got a quadratic, we split the middle term, and we got two values of x. See, like this. This is what I was telling you to put it in the box, 1 comma minus 3. You can write it as like this also, right? Or this, that's your choice. Okay, now let's have a look at a new question. Okay, before starting with a new question, you can see that question 2b is like your 4 questions. You're supposed to solve 4 questions and the weightage for this 2b is 8 marks. So the question says, a ladder is rested on a wall. The top of the ladder is at a height of 8 meters from the ground on the wall, and the base of the ladder is 6 meters away from the base of the wall. Find the length of the ladder. Okay. So whenever this ladder and building questions arise, basically all you need to do is you need to draw a building, right? Then you need to have a ladder. So suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. Correct? So AB is the ladder. AB is what? AB is the ladder. Correct? So ladder is rested on the wall and the top of the ladder is at the height of 8 meters from the ground. So from the ground it is 8 meters at the top. And the base of the ladder, see, AB is the ladder, so the base of the ladder is 6 meters away from the foot of the building. So this is the foot of the building, this is the base of the ladder, and this is 6 meters. This is 8, this is 6. Find the length of the ladder. Simple Pythagoras theorem, come on. So this forms a right angle triangle, and then you are supposed to find out the length of the ladder. I am considering that as x. So clearly we can say that x square is equal to 6 square plus 8 square. 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64, 36 plus 64 is 100, x square is 100. Taking square root on both the sides, x is equal to 10 meters. Very, very simple. Nothing in this, literally. One Pythagoras theorem and you get the answer. And it is asked for 2 marks. Correct? Perfect? Okay, so let's continue. Now this is an interesting question. Mark such type of questions is important because they can get a bit tricky with time. So it says if px comma y is equidistant. Obviously the solution is there, but let me draw the figure for you. Always whenever they give you a question based on coordinate geometry, try to draw the figure first. So if I have point P, say x comma y, and this point P is at equal distance, right? The two distances are equal. From which two points? From points A and B. So what is point A? 3, 4. What are the coordinates of point B? Yeah, so this is P, this is A, this is B. So what you do is, You take distance PA, you take distance PB and equate them. Why equate? Equate because it is already given that this point P is equidistant from A and B, correct? Okay, so point P is equidistant from A and B. AP and PB will be equal. So apply distance formula. If I apply distance formula for AP, that will be x minus 3 the whole square plus y minus 4 the whole square is equal to, for PB, that is x minus minus 1, x minus minus 1, x plus 1 and x plus 6 the x minus y minus 6 the whole square, y minus 6 the whole square. Okay. Take square on both the sides. Square root gets cancelled after taking the square. Expand it. Now you know how to do this, come on. Once you expand this, this is a minus b the whole square, this is a minus b the whole square, this is a plus b the whole square, this is a minus b the whole square. So this becomes x square minus 6x plus 9. This becomes y square minus 8y plus 16. This becomes x square plus 2x plus 1. This becomes y square minus 12y plus 36. Now you solve this. And once you solve, you get minus 6x, basically x square y square gets cancelled. So minus 6x minus 8y plus 25 is equal to 2x minus 12y plus 37. So shuffle the terms, you get 12y minus 8y is equal to 2x plus 6x plus 37 minus 25, and then ultimately once you solve this, you get 4y is equal to 8x plus 12. Now you can divide by 4. So you get y is equal to 2x plus 3 after you divide by 4. And this is proved, correct? So we have already proved that the value of y is equal to 2x plus 3. Easy. Nothing much in this. So what we did, distance PA, distance PB, equate it, square it, expand, some cancellations will happen, everything will be left in x and y, and you finally drop off to this, correct? Okay, let's continue. The next question says, a person looks up at the top of a mountain with an angle of elevation of 30 degrees. So person is looking up. If the mountain is 2500 meters tall, how far is the person standing from the base of the mountain? Okay. So in such type of questions, okay, we need a figure, right? So person looks up at the top of the mountain. See, whenever they say mountain, building, tree, tower, pole, something like that, we'll consider that to be very vertical to the ground. So suppose this is the mountain. Although mountain does not look like that, it's just a way of representing it. Now this is the mountain. Suppose this mountain is mountain AB, and a person looks up at the top. So obviously person is on the ground, right? The person is on the ground. Suppose the person is over here and is looking up at the top of the mountain, and the angle of elevation formed is 30 degrees. That means what? This angle C over here is 30. If the mountain is 2500 meters tall, so this mountain is 2500 meters tall, how far is the person standing from the base of the mountain? Now this point is the base of the mountain, right? This is the base of the mountain, and this is the position of the person. So how far is this? So can I say this distance is something that we need to calculate. So for 30 degrees, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side. So can I say we are going to apply tan theta in this case? So let's go ahead and apply tan. So we need to find out the base of the right angle triangle formed. So let the base be B. So BC is B. Okay, no problem. So tan 30 is 2500 by B. Tan 30 is how much? We should know the values clearly here. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 2500 by B. B goes here, root 3 goes here. B is equal to 2500 root 3. And 2500 root 3 meters is the final answer. So if point P divides the line AB in the ratio 3:4, that's the new question. And also remember one more thing, I would like to give you a hint on this. Sometimes what they do is, you get the answer in root 3, some children try to substitute the value here. See, if they don't give anything here, unless and until they don't give you the value of root 3, the actual value of root 3 is actual as in approximate value of root 3 is 1.73. Sometimes they give that in the question. If they give you, you put it here. If they don't give you, don't put it. Okay? Keep the final answer like this. Perfect. Let's continue. The next question says, if point P divides line AB in the ratio 3:4, then find the coordinates of point P, where A is given, B is given. Okay. Again, as I said, whenever you tackle a question based on coordinate geometry, try to draw the figure that makes it easy for us. That is, you take A, you take B, because there are 2 points. A is 0, 2, B is 7, 2, and then there is point P. This is 3, this is 4, right? And then this is, say, x, y. What all values do we have? We have the value of m, we have the value of n, this is x1, this is y1, then we have x2, y2. Yeah, and then you know the formula, right? Okay, let's see the formula later. So this is how it should look. Anyways, you can ignore the first line, it is just the ratio 3:4 given. Okay, I'll just erase this for you. So you know the formula, Px, y is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. So this is what? This is mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. What is m? M is 3. What is n? N is 4. x1 is 0. Correct? x2 is 7. So put it here. x1 is 0, x2 is 7, this is 4, this is 3. Put the values correctly. Substitute. Once you substitute, you get the final answer. Actually, it is 4:3. I'm just changing the question. It is 4:3. Because if you see, it is mx2. M is 4. First is 4, then is 3. Here also, m y2. Correct? So that is 4 and 3. Anyways, the question remains the same. Instead of 3:4, it is 4:3. And then you solve it, you get the value of x and y, that is 3, 2. Correct? So 3, 2 is the final answer. 3, 2 is nothing but the coordinate of this particular point P. Correct? So this is the fifth question. It says, a balancing toy is in the shape of the given figure. Volume of cone and volume of hemisphere. So let me draw the figure for you. Okay, so the figure is something like this. So obviously this will be given to you, because if this is not there, you cannot solve it further. And then what do we have? We should be given with the height of the cone, and we should be given with the radius, right? So yeah, the height is already 14, something like this. Height is 14, and the radius is also 14. The radius is also 14. So this is the figure, and we are supposed to find out the volume of the toy. So basically, if you see this toy is made up of cone and hemisphere. Correct? Cone and hemisphere. So the volume of the toy is nothing but volume of the cone plus volume of hemisphere. Isn't it? So that will be equal to, volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. 1/3 pi r square h, and volume of the hemisphere is this part, the lower part, 2/3 pi r cube. Never substitute all your values here. If there is anything common, always take that common. Pi is common, r square is common, 1/3 is common. Take it common. So 1/3 pi r square is common. H will remain plus, this is 2 into r. Correct? So, okay, r is 7 because we are drawing it. This r is 7. Okay, no problem. So put the values, 1/3 pi r square. R is how much? 7. H is 14. 2r, that is 2 into 7. So 14. And then you know how to solve this. Just solve it further. make sure you write down the answer up to 2 decimal places. We have already discussed this before as well. So whenever you get the solution, the final solution is supposed to be written up to 2 decimal places. Perfect. Easy question. Alright, so now let us move on to question number 3a. In question number 3a, you'll have 2 questions, and from those 2 questions, you are supposed to attempt 1 question, okay? So it says, Satish starts walking from point A in north for 5 kilometer. Okay, north is above, right? Like if you imagine India also, so north is towards Kashmir. So yes, Satish starts walking from point A in the north direction for 5 kilometers. So he's starting from here. He moves to north for 5 kilometers, then takes right turn from point B and reaches point C. So he reaches over here. Correct? After walking 6 kilometers. So from point C, he again walks in north direction. He again walks in north direction for 5 kilometers and finally stops at point D. So he started from A, he went to B, that is 5 kilometers, then he moved to the right and he walked for 6 kilometers and he then went north, and that is 5 kilometers again, and he stops at point D. We are supposed to find the distance between point A and point D. So what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out the distance between point A and point D. Okay, so let us try to analyze the figure and let us try to prove the two triangles similar first of all. So the two triangles are triangle ABE and triangle DCE. Triangle ABE and triangle DCE, right? So it is already given that AB and CD, both of them are equal. So AB and CD, can I say both of them are equal to 5 kilometer? Of course, that is not centimeter, that is kilometer, that's okay. Then angle B is equal to angle C. Angle B and angle C is equal. This is also given. And then we can say that this angle and this angle is also equal, isn't it? They are called as vertically opposite angles. We know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So which angle? Angle BEA and angle CED. This will be angle CED. Both of them are equal because they are vertically opposite angles. Now can I say this is side? Okay, let me write it properly. This is side, this is angle, this is angle. So the two triangles are similar by side angle angle test. Correct? Side angle angle or angle angle side, same thing. They are not similar, they are congruent. Congruent, right? They are congruent by. Okay. Now once they are congruent, can I say that BE and EC is also going to be equal? Anyways, but let us see further. So angle B and angle C are right angles. BC is already given as 6. So BE and EC, because the two triangles are congruent now, it will be split into two equal parts. So that becomes 3 kilometer each. Correct? So half of this is 3, half of this is 3. Now if I take triangle ABE, this is 90 degrees, that is 5. Can I apply Pythagoras theorem here? What is the hypotenuse? So this part is the hypotenuse. So can I say AE square will be equal to AB square plus BE square? So here I can say that 5 square plus 3 square is equal to AE square. So that is 25 plus 9 is equal to AE square. So AE square is 34. So A is equal to under root 34. Correct? Now AD will be what? See, this entire AD, these two are equal. This is under root 34. So AD will be double of under root 34. That will be equal to 2 root 34. And then what was the question? The question says find the distance between points A and D. So can I say we have found out the distance between points A and D, which is nothing but 2 root 34. So let us see the solution once again. How did we start with? We started with trying to prove the two triangles congruent. So firstly we have taken the two triangles. We know that AB is equal to CD, that is given 5. Then the two angles, angle B and angle C, are 90 degrees. And then we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So the two triangles are congruent by angle side, right? So once the two triangles are congruent by angle side, we can say that triangle ABE is congruent to triangle DCE. And then we obviously know, since we have this two equal, this becomes 3, this becomes 3, correct? Now it is very simple. Once you have this as 3, can you find out this using Pythagoras theorem? Yes. So let's apply Pythagoras theorem, solve it further. 25 plus 9 is 34, that is under root 34. Once you get this as under root 34, the entire part is a double. So 2 root 34 kilometers is the final answer. Easy, clear. Let's continue. So let's have a look at the second question of this part, that is section 3a. So there is a figure given, interesting figure, because there is a circle, there is a pentagon inside it, some angles are given. Why pentagon? Because there are 5 sides AB, BC, CD, DE, AE, and some values are given like 30 degrees, 35 degrees, 40 degrees, and then the figure is very open and clear to all of you, right? We are supposed to find out some values. Okay, so many of them, asked for 3 marks. We are supposed to find out ACD, we are supposed to find out ABC, we are supposed to find out DAE, and we are supposed to find out DCB. So let's focus on finding angle ADC first. See, understand, whenever you have a circle, anyways we are focusing on this. Before that, this is the diameter and there is a point D on the circle. So we know that diameter subtends the right angle on the circle. So can I say that angle D is 90? Yes, I can say that. Can I say this is 35? Obviously it is already given. So what will be the remaining angle? The remaining angle will be 180 minus 90 plus 35. That is angle ACD. I am talking about this angle. Okay. So here we know that in triangle ADC, ACD. So ACD will be 180 minus 35 plus 90. 35 plus 90 is how much? 125. 180 minus 125 is how much? 55. So yes, 55 degrees is the answer. Correct? Now let's talk about angle ABC, the second one. Isn't this simple? Why? I'll tell you, because this is a circle, this is a diameter, and there is a point B here. So obviously this is going to be 90 degrees. So can I say angle ABC is 90 degrees? Second one is done immediately. Let's talk about DAE. Let's talk about DAE. Okay. Now focus very carefully. Observe very carefully. Let's talk about EDC first of all. EDC. To find out angle EDC, this entire angle, can I say this is 90 and this is 30. So EDC will be EDA plus ADC, which is 30 plus 90, they have already given. So that entire angle becomes 120 degrees. Now understand. If I go to the next figure, now let me separate the figure for you because this looks complicated. And just drawing what is important for us. we have the diameter A, C, diameter, this is E, this is D, this is C. So this is E, this is D, correct? Now understand. How much is this entire angle EDC? EDC, this entire is how much? 120. Just now we solved, no? That is 90 plus 30. And here the angle is getting broken into two pieces. If you see, here is 35 and here is something. But can I say sum of these two angles is 180? Because we know that opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That's a cyclic quadrilateral, isn't it? A, C, D, E. All the 4 points on the circle, it's a cyclic quadrilateral. So now understand. See, because it is a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. So can I say EAC plus EDC is 180, but EDC is 120, correct? So EAC will be 180 minus 120, that is 60. So this entire angle is 60. But out of that entire angle, that small chunk is 35. Understand? So this entire EAC, this EAC is what? EAD plus DAC. It's broken into two angles. Put the values here. This is 60, this is 35. Can I find out EAD? Yes, by subtracting 35 from 60. So 60 minus 35 is going to give me 25 degrees. And yes, in this way we have calculated angle DAE, which is 25 degrees. Now finally, we need angle DCB, which is again very simple, because again what I'll do is, I'll take a circle, I'll take only the important quadrilateral which is needed. And this is my needed quadrilateral, correct? And then I already know this is how much? This is 75, correct? And then how much is DCB? That is the question. That is straight away, DCB, it is a cyclic quadrilateral, then DCB is going to be 180 minus 75, and that is going to give me 180 minus 75 is how much? 105. Okay, let us check. So angle ACB. So firstly what they are doing is, they are calculating angle ACB. So ACB, this is 90, this is 40, so this is 50, correct? Similarly, ADC, this is 35, this is 90. So can we calculate this? Yes, we can do that. So DCB will be equal to ACB plus ACD. Okay, ACD we have already calculated. So that's okay. ACD we have already calculated, just writing it here. This we have already calculated, 55. So DCB will be what? ACB plus ACD, that is 50 plus 55, that is equal to 105 degrees, right? Yeah, and that's it. We have solved all the 4 questions. That is one of the way, but I would still prefer, if the activity is not giving, I would still prefer this part. This is 75. How much will be this? In one step you'll get it, no? This is 75. This will be 180 minus 75. That is 105 directly. So no need for 3 to 4 steps there. Anyways, if they've given it like this, we have to do it. So this was the solution. We started with ADC is on the semicircle, so ADC is 90. Then in triangle ADC, we found out the first part, this was done. To get ABC was very simple, directly 90 degrees, because that angle is on the circle, subtended by the diameter. And then we got EDC, right, which is 30 plus 90, 120, the upper angle there. And then we applied the concept of cyclic quadrilateral, and in this way we found out EAC first, which is 60. So once we got EAC, which is 60, we subtracted 35 to get 25. So that became 25 EAD. And then finally we got this angle as how much? 50. This angle is 50 and this angle is 55. That gave you the total of 105 degrees. So I hope you have understood this question. Very simple, very easy, straightforward. 90% of things were already given. You just had to fill the boxes, provided you know the concepts well. Okay. So now let us see question 3b, where we are supposed to solve two questions, and those two questions are of 3 marks each. That means the total marks are 6. So here the first question is of construction. So obviously I don't have the tools handy right now, but you have to make sure that you have all the tools with you. When I say tools, you need to have a compass, you need to have a pencil. Inside the compass there should be a small pencil, correct, and a ruler and a protractor if needed. Although for this particular question we don't need a protractor, but fine. What is given? It is given that we are supposed to construct triangle AQR. Triangle AQR similar to triangle ABC such that the ratio of the two sides AB is to AQ. AB is to AQ is 4:6, correct? So construct triangle ABC and triangle AQR both obviously such that AB is to AQ is 4:6. Now always remember how to construct this. Observe, this is point A, this is point A. So there is one point common. There is one point common, that is point A. So your triangle should look like this. This is a rough figure. So this is A. This is A. Now understand, AB part is 4 and AQ part is 6. So can I say AQ is bigger than AB? That means this triangle AQR is bigger, right? This is bigger and this is smaller. ABC is smaller. So what we will do is, we will draw something like this. We will draw ABC and the bigger one, we take QR here. So this is a rough figure, obviously. It is not going to look exactly like this. So AB is to AQ. So if AB is 4, 4 does not mean it is 4 centimeter. It is just the ratio. If this is 4 parts, AQ is 6 parts, which is slightly bigger. And here also the ratio follows. If this is 4, this is going to be 6, because the two triangles are similar, of course. And then this line and this line should be parallel, correct? Then only the two triangles will be similar. So how do we draw it? There are two ways. First way is, you draw AQR. You draw the bigger triangle AQR and then construct ABC inside it. First way. Or else you draw triangle ABC and then you extend it further to draw triangle AQR. It's always easier to draw the bigger triangle first and smaller triangle later. So here let us focus on constructing AQR. So as of now what we will do is, understand very carefully. So AQR, AQ is 6 parts, right? Here, is it given? Is anything given? Nothing is given. So you can construct a triangle of your choice. Firstly, triangle AQR. So what I am doing is, understand what you need to do. Take a point and draw a line segment with the help of ruler. Name this point. Name this point as A. Because AQ is not given. See, AQ is not 6. I repeat again. Don't draw this 6 centimeter. It is not like that. Just draw a random line, and what you can do is, you can place your compass pointer at point A and cut some arc over here to take point Q. Now this is your AQ, correct? So AQ is done. Now you need R. So R is somewhere over here on the upper side. So what you do is, you place your compass pointer at point A, take pencil more than half of AQ, random, and just cut an arc. Very randomly, cut an arc. Now place the compass pointer at Q and cut an arc. Basically we need a triangle, right? So I need the third point R. And nothing is given, like AR is not given, QR is not given. So you can take point R anywhere. Even if you want to draw a random triangle, you can draw like this also. Doesn't matter. That is also fine. but a systematic way of drawing it, correct? So this point is point R. Now what you'll do, you'll join AR, you'll join AQ. Now this completes your triangle AQR. So AQR is a bigger triangle. See, AQR is a bigger triangle. Now we want ABC inside it. So ABC will be inside. So it will be here. But we have to be very logical. We cannot randomly draw a line there. We need to check the ratio. So AQ represents the sixth part. Now what you do is take your scale and pencil, and below this draw a line randomly with an acute angle. So draw a line. Very random. This angle should be acute. It can be 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees. Doesn't matter. Now what? Now AQ corresponds to sixth part. What you do is take 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter like this. 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter. Place your compass pointer at point A. Place your compass pointer at point A and start cutting arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so on. Anyways, we don't need that. This is clear. So name this as A1, this is A2, A3, A4, A5, the last one is A6. Because the sixth part is AQ, just join the sixth part with Q. Join the sixth part with Q. So here is a point, here is a point. So just you need pencil and a scale. Just join it. Clear? Now understand. Now comes the important part, because that can get tricky. Now AB is to AQ is 4 is to 6. So AB is the fourth point. So this point is important for us, right? See, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, and this is A4. So we are supposed to draw a line parallel like this. But directly can we draw parallel? No. So I'll tell you the hint. Place your compass pointer at A6. Compass pointer at A6 and just cut an arc. Cut an arc like this. Place it on A6, cut an arc, lift it. Lift it. Place it on A4, cut an arc. So your A6 and A4 should be same. A6, cut an arc, pointer at A4, cut an arc. Now understand. Now can you see these 2 points? Here and here. What you do is, you measure that. That means pointer at one point, pencil at other point. Pointer at one point, pencil at other point. You measure it like this, measure it. Lift it. Place pointer here, place pointer here. And then cut an arc. Basically, this and this should be equal. Now, what you do is, join this. Join this. Okay, so this point is your point B. Correct? Now what you will do? Same procedure you will apply here. Place the pointer at Q. Place the pointer at Q. Randomly cut an arc. Place the pointer at Q, randomly cut an arc. Now, don't change the measurement. Whatever measurement you have taken here, lift it. Place it on B. Place it on B and cut an arc. So here you did. Here you cut an arc after placing it on B. Now, can you see these 2 points? Measure it. Measure like this. Lift it. Place the pointer here. Because you have measured it, now you cut an arc. And then you just draw a line parallel. So once you draw a line parallel from here, this point, let us have a different color so that you get to know this. So this is your A, B and this is your C. So if you see, this AB is corresponding to fourth part and AQ is corresponding to sixth part. And that is how you construct your triangle. Obviously, I have drawn it with the help of this, but you are supposed to draw it with the help of compass and pencil and ruler. We don't even need a protractor here. Sometimes what they will do is they'll give that ratio, but they'll also give you the sides of the triangle. Like they'll give you AB is something, say AB is 8, BC is 6, AC is 7. So in that case, you cannot take this risk of drawing the triangle randomly. In that case, obviously you have to draw 8, 6, 7 properly. But here our triangle is random. They can give you ABC also, they can give you AQR also. That's their choice. Perfect. Let's continue. So now comes a new question again that is based on construction. It says draw a circle with radius 5.6 centimeter. This is very easy. Draw a circle with radius 5.6 centimeter. Then construct tangents to the circle from a point at a distance of 8.1 centimeter from the center. So construct tangent to the circle from a point at a distance of 8.1 centimeter. Okay, let's forget about the second part. Let's concentrate on the first part. Draw a circle of radius 5.6 centimeter. You can draw that. Take the scale scale as in ruler, compass pointer at 0, pencil at 5.6, compass pointer at 0, pencil at 5.6. Take the measurement and then draw a circle. So if I keep my center like this and this is 5.6, we'll draw a circle, right? Now suppose this is the center, you have drawn a circle of radius 5.6 centimeter. And suppose this is say point O. Now what you need to do? You're supposed to construct tangents to the circle from a point at a distance of 8.1 centimeter from the center. See, what is the radius? The radius is 5.6. Distance from the center. Suppose if I take a point P, then OP is 8.1 centimeter. So can I say OP is greater than radius because 8.1 is greater than 5.6. So can I say point P? Point P, it lies outside. Point P lies outside the circle. So if I take a point P outside the circle, can I take it randomly? No. I need 8.1. So what you will do? Firstly, draw a line randomly. Just draw a straight line. Random. Now place your compass pointer at O. Place your compass pointer at O. Take the measurement of 8.1. 8.1. Compass pointer at O. Pencil outside and cut an arc. So once you cut this arc, this point is point P. I hope this is clear. So once you cut this, OP, this entire OP is how much? OP is 8.1 centimeter. How much is the radius? Radius is 5.6 centimeter. Now what you do is, after you take this, you need to draw perpendicular bisector of OP. This is O, this is P. Draw perpendicular bisector. How to draw? Measurement more than half of OP, cut an arc here, cut an arc here. At P, cut an arc above, cut an arc above and draw. So this is perpendicular bisector. You have already studied, right? Perpendicular bisector. So place the compass pointer at O, take measurement more than half of OP and then cut two arcs. One arc above, one arc below. Then place the compass pointer at P, cut two arcs. One arc above, one arc below. Now once you get these two, you just need to join them. Correct? This angle is 90 degrees and these two are equal. Now suppose this point is say point, take any point, come on, X. Now can I say OX and OP are equal? Now what you do is, place your compass at X, place your compass at X and pencil at P and draw one more circle. Compass at X, pencil at P and draw one more circle. See, obviously, these two are equal, so it will pass through the center. It will pass through the center, right? Okay, something like this. Now what you do is, let's take black, observe this point, observe this point. These are two important points for us. Name this point as say point A, name this point as say point B, and draw two tangents from P. That's it. Our job is done because that is PA. PA, that is the first tangent, and PB, that is the second tangent. So from point P, we have drawn two tangents, that is PA and PB. That's it, that was the question. Easy. Okay, perfect. So let's move on to the next question. It says line S is passing through the point A minus 2 comma minus 5 and B 7 comma 3. Find the equation of the line R that is perpendicular to line S and intersects at point B. So line S is passing through the points. So there is a line, understand, there is a line that is passing through the points A and B, right? That is your line S. And the coordinates of A and B are given. The coordinates of point A are minus 2 comma minus 5. The coordinates of point B are 7 comma 3. And line S is passing through that. Find the equation of R that is perpendicular to line S and intersects at point B. Understand. So there is one more line. There is one more line like this, which is your line R that is perpendicular to line S. Perpendicular means 90 degrees and it intersects B, right? Okay, so let us see the solution now. So can we find out the slope of S? How do we find out the slope? The slope is given by y2 minus y1, right, by x2 minus x1. Or you can also take y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. Doesn't matter, your choice. So 3 minus minus 5, 3 minus minus 5 by 7 minus minus 2. So that gives you 8 by 9. So 8 by 9 is the slope of this particular line S. Now once we get the slope of the line, we don't know the slope of line R. So we can take that as M2. See, M1 is slope of line S, M2 is slope of line R. Then we know that whenever the two lines are perpendicular, please make a note of this, whenever the two lines are perpendicular, the product of their slopes, that is, if you multiply both the slopes, the product is going to be minus 1. So here we can say that M1 into M2, M1 into M2 is minus 1, correct? So yes, we get M1 multiplied by M2 is equal to minus 1, and then put the values. M2 will be what? Minus 1 by M1. So that is minus 1 by 8 by 9. That gives you 9 by 8. Now the slope of R is 9 by 8. Now can we find out the equation? Equation is given by slope point form. So point is already there. Point is passing through B. So that will be your x1, y1. And M will be equal to, okay, M will be equal to minus 9 by 8. Correct? So y is equal to mx plus c. So can I say y is 3? Or you can take it by slope point form, you can also take it by slope intercept form. They have taken slope intercept form, doesn't matter. If you want to take slope point form, you take y minus y1 is equal to m in the bracket x minus x1. You will get the same answer. If you want to take y is equal to mx plus c, take y as 3, take x as 7, and then take m as minus 9 by 8 and find out c first. So c is 87 by 8. So once you get c as 87 by 8, now you take y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. Keep y as it is. Keep x as it is. What is m? M is minus 9 by 8. What is c? Just now we calculated. So that gives you the required equation of line. If you want to not do it 2 times, this is what you need to do. Here you need to do it 2 times. If you want to do it at one stretch, you take this. Y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. So y minus y1 is what? 3 is equal to m. M is what? Minus 9 by 8. X minus x1 is what? 7. If you solve this, you're going to get this only. So it doesn't matter, right? Okay, perfect. Let's continue further. Now we have a question based on application of trigonometry. So the question says, Raju is looking at the top of the tower or tip of the tower, that is obviously tower as in the tip is at the top only. So tip top of the tower. Okay. So when he stands at station 1, angle of elevation is 60 degrees, and when he stands at station 2, angle of elevation is 30 degrees. The distance between the stations is 4000 kilometers. Find the height of the tower. Give the answer up to 2 decimal places. Okay, so do we have the figure? We don't have the figure. Always remember, whenever you have a question based on trigonometry, it's mandatory, or I can say it's compulsory to draw the figure. So all we need to do is, we need to draw a tower first. So this is your tower. So this is your tower. So AB is the tower. Raju is looking at the top of the tower. So here we have some point C, and is looking at the top of the tower. Is looking over here. And then this is suppose your station 1. This is station 1. And the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. The angle of elevation is getting narrowed. That means Raju moves away and then again looks at the top of the tower. So here the angle is 30 degrees. Correct? So this is your station 2. And then the distance between the stations is also given. That means what? This distance is given. How much? Correct? We are supposed to find out the height of the tower. This is the question. Now, let us see the solution. So firstly, if I talk about, see what I'll do is, I'll consider the height as h according to the solution, and I'll consider this part as x. So can I say, if I take tan 30, that is opposite by adjacent. So adjacent is 4000 plus x entire, opposite is AB, which is h. So tan 30 is h by 4000 plus x. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Okay, second equation also, no problem. This we have applied in the bigger triangle. In the smaller triangle, that will be h by x, opposite by adjacent, right? So here I can say tan 60 is root 3 is h by x. So h is equal to root 3x, correct? Now we can put h is equal to root 3x over here. So can I say tan 30 is equal to h by 4000 plus x, that is 1 by root 3 is equal to root 3x by 4000 plus x. So root 3 goes here, this goes here. So 4000 plus x is equal to 3x. X goes on the other side. So 2x is equal to 4000 and then x is equal to 2000. Once you get x is equal to 2000, x is what? If you see, x is this part. Distance between the base of the tower and station 1, that is 2000. That is 2000. So what will be h? H is equal to root 3x. So h is equal to root 3 into 2000. 2000 into root 3 is, you solve it further, root 3 is nothing but 1.73, right? You multiply and then you get the answer as 3464.10 kilometers. They told us to write down the answer up to 2 decimal places. So we have written up to 2 decimal places, that is 3464.10 kilometer. Correct? Very good. So let's have a look at one more question. It says construct two triangles with the help of the ruler and compass. You can take any measurement. Now this question is asked for 4 marks. Such an easy question, right? There is nothing in this. Two triangles which are congruent. So let us give some theory also to it. So let the two triangles with triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Now triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, correct? We know that if the two triangles are congruent, their corresponding sides are equal. So can I say AB will be equal to PQ, BC will be equal to QR, and AC will be equal to PR. Now they are saying take any measurements. So you will say let, right? Let for triangle ABC, I am taking AB as 6 centimeter, BC as 5 centimeter, and AC as, say, take anything, take 4 centimeter. Okay. Now it is simple. You need to construct triangle ABC. Can I say, if I talk about for triangle ABC, if I go with the construction, I can take the base BC, draw BC of 5 centimeter. BC is how much? 5 centimeter. Now AB, that means AB, A is the remaining point, that is 6. Take 6 centimeter, place the compass pointer at B and cut an arc. So this will be 6 centimeter. AC is 4. Then place the compass pointer at C, correct? And then cut an arc. This point is A. I don't think I need to tell you this. And just join AB, join AC. So BC is 5 centimeter. AB is 6 centimeter. AC is 4 centimeter. Now change the triangle for triangle PQR. Now see, AB is equal to PQ because they are congruent. So can I say this will be 6, BC is equal to QR. So how much will be QR? QR is 5. How much is PR? PR is 4. Here the base is BC. So the base will be corresponding here, that is QR. So construct QR. Construct QR. QR will be 5 centimeter. Then PQ, P and Q is 6. So take 6 centimeters, cut an arc. Then from point R, PR is 4. Take 4 centimeter from R, cut an arc. This is your P. Join PQ, join PR, and the two triangles are the required triangles which are congruent to each other. So they are congruent. But this is 6, this is 4. That's how you can draw it, because there is nothing in this. Draw two congruent triangles. It's not similar, remember it's congruent, correct? And that's it. Now let's have a look at the second question. It says prove that under root of 1 plus sin A by 1 minus sin A is equal to sec A plus tan A. Honestly, this question is very easy. So let us see how to prove this. Whenever we are going to prove something related to trigonometry, we always take the left hand side first. So take the left hand side. The left hand side is given here as under root of 1 plus sin A by 1 minus sin A. So whenever you have under root of A plus B by A minus B, always take the conjugate. Conjugate of denominator. Always take the conjugate of denominator and multiply. So if 1 minus sin A is given, you multiply by 1 plus sin A. And if you are multiplying by 1 plus sin A in the denominator, you have to multiply by 1 plus sin A in the numerator as well. So do that. Now this becomes A minus B into A plus B. A minus B into A plus B, that is A square minus B square. And the numerator becomes A plus B into A plus B, that is A plus B whole square. So this becomes under root 1 plus sin A whole square by 1 square minus sin square. Now what is 1 square minus sin square? We know that sin square A plus cos square is 1. So 1 minus sin square is cos square A. So can I say this becomes 1 plus sin A the whole square, and this becomes cos square A, correct? Now this is square, this is square, this is square root. So can I say square and square roots gets cancelled? All you have is 1 plus sin A the whole by cos A. 1 plus sin A the whole by cos A. Separate the denominator. 1 by cos A plus sin A by cos A. 1 by cos A is sec A. Sin A by cos A is tan A. So can I say I am going to have sec A plus tan A? And that is your RHS and a very simple question, and we have proved this, that under root of 1 plus sin A by under root of 1 minus sin A is equal to sec A plus tan A. Please make a note somewhere, children, whenever you have questions something like this, even if you get 1 minus cos A by 1 plus cos A is equal to something something to prove, in that case also you directly multiply this by 1 minus cos and the numerator by 1 minus cos and solve, correct? Yeah, so let's continue further. The next question says, in XYZ and MNP, there are two triangles, triangle XYZ and triangle MNP. Prove that the given triangles are similar. Now come on, this is a very simple question, the first part at least. You're supposed to prove the two triangles are similar, and obviously you know there are two sides given and one angle given. That means definitely we will try for side angle side, right? Second is angle M is 55. Angle M is 55. Then find out angle X. Again very simple. If both of them are similar, then we know what will happen. X will directly be 55. Anyways, we'll see that later. And XY is 2. Okay, this XY is 2. We're supposed to find out MN. Correct? Okay. So let's begin. So it is given that in triangle XYZ and triangle MNP. So we have triangle XYZ and triangle MNP. Can I say angle Z is equal to angle P? Yes. Angle Z and angle P, both of them are equal. Then can I say that the ratio there, understand, if I take XZ by MP, XZ by MP, that is equal to 8 by 16, and 8 by 16 is nothing but 1 by 2, that is XZ by MP. Similarly, if we take YZ by NP, can I say YZ by NP is going to be 3.5 by 7, that is also 1 by 2. So can I say 1 by 2, 1 by 2, both of them are equal. That is why we have written this, YZ by NP is equal to this. So we can say that the two sides are in proportion and there is an angle in the middle, So the two triangles are similar by SAS test of similarity. And since the two triangles are similar by SAS test of similarity, here can I say that we have proved the two triangles similar. And because the two triangles are similar now, if M is 55 degrees, can I say X is also 55 degrees? Because we already know that corresponding angles of similar triangles are congruent, correct? Actually, there should be a reason here. The reason is corresponding angles of similar triangles. Corresponding angles of similar triangles are always equal. Okay, perfect. So this is triangle XYZ similar to triangle MNP. Now YZ is given, XY is given, XY is 2. We are supposed to find out MN. Take the ratio. We know that XY by MN is equal to XZ by MP. XY by MN is equal to XZ by MP. So 2 by MN is equal to 8 by 16. 8 ones are, 8 twos are, 2 goes that side. MN will be double. So MN is going to be 4 centimeter. Right? Not really centimeter, 4 units. We cannot say centimeter because centimeter is not given. Then write down 4 as your final answer. And yes, that is the question for 4 marks. Can you imagine such a simple question was asked for 4 marks? Similarity of triangles. We proved the 2 triangles similar. How did we do that? 2 angles are equal, 2 sides are in proportion, 2 triangles are similar by side angle, side test of similarity. Therefore, angle M is equal to angle X. Angle M is 55. So, angle X is also 55. Then we took the ratio. If 3.5's double is 7, 8's double is 16, then 2's double will be 4. So 4 is the answer for MN. Easy. Alright, let's continue further. So now here, question number 5, you're supposed to solve any one. Let us see. So it says in the given figure, R is 7, theta is 60. This is related to area related to sectors, right? So R is 7 given, theta is 60 given. We are supposed to find out the area of the major sector. Okay, understand. This is very interesting now because if there is a circle, this is 60. We are supposed to find out this area and the radius is 7. So what will be this area? That is the question. Then we are supposed to find out the area of the dark blue region. Oh, okay. So we are supposed to find out the area of the major sector first, this one, and then the dark blue figure, which is nothing but the, okay, I'll name this, this is called as a segment. Segment. Okay. So firstly, the radius is given. Radius is how much? 14. Theta is 60. Now tell me one thing. If I have a circle and if this angle is 60, we know that one complete rotation is 360. So what will be the remaining portion? 360 minus 60, that is 300. We know this, isn't it? So the remaining section will be 300. So can I say this is 300? Correct? So what will be the area of the major sector? Theta by 360 multiplied by pi r square. Theta is 300. So 300 by 360 multiplied by pi multiplied by r square. Radius is 7. Radius is 7, not 14. See the question carefully. So obviously this gets cancelled. You solve it further basically. And then you find out the area of the major sector as 128.34 centimeter square. This is one of the ways of doing it. What is the second way? What you do is you find out the area of the entire circle, then you find out the area of the minor sector and then subtract. If you are comfortable doing that, you can do that. No problem. Okay. Now we are supposed to find out the area of the shaded region, which is the dark blue region, and we know that that is called as the segment of the circle. How do we find that? What we do is generally, for this, we take the sector. For this, we take the sector. And from this sector, we subtract the triangle. From this sector, we subtract the triangle. So we get segment. Easy. Let us do that. So area of the dark blue region is area of the minor sector, this part, where theta is 60 degrees, minus area of triangle. So let's focus on area of minor sector. What is area of minor sector? Theta by 360 multiplied by pi r square. This gets cancelled. This is 1 by 6. Correct? And then once you solve this, you get 77 by 6 centimeter square. Correct? That is area of this sector. So area of sector is 77 by 6. We keep it aside. Now what is the radius given? Radius is given 7. Correct? So in triangle ABC, can I say if this is 60, radius is equal to radius. This becomes an isosceles triangle. So this is 60, this is 60. So this now becomes an equilateral triangle with 60, 60, 60. Because this is 60, these two are equal. Therefore, these two are equal. Therefore, 120 divided by 2 is 60. It's an equilateral triangle. And now we know the formula to find out the area of the equilateral triangle. Area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. Root 3 by 4 into side square. But side is the radius and radius is 7. So root 3 by 4 into 7 square. 7 square is 49. So 49 by 4 root 3. And 49 by 4 root 3 is nothing but 21.21 centimeter square. Okay. Now you know our job is done, because once we got the area of that particular triangle, what will be the area of the segment? Area of the segment is given by subtracting area of the sector and the area of the triangle. So 77 by 3 minus 21.21, and that is going to give you 25.66 minus 21.21. See, always write down the answer in 2 decimals. So this is in 2 decimals, 25.66. This is already in 2 decimals, 21.21, and that gives you 4. How much? 45. So 4.45 is the area of the dark blue region, which is also called as the area of the segment, which is calculated by finding out the area of the sector and subtracting the area of the triangle from the area of the sector. Correct? Okay. So now it is given that there is a triangle. One more question, right? Now it is given that there is a triangle ABC and that is similar to triangle PQR. Okay, triangle ABC. The figure is not given, so I will make the figure for you. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, where AB is 8 and PQ, obviously PQ is small, this is just a rough figure. So this is PQR is 6. We are supposed to find out the ratios of the areas of the triangles. Now we know the concept that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. Already it is given that the two triangles are similar, right? It is already given that they are similar. So we know that the ratio of areas of two similar triangles is equal to the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. Let's use that. Correct? Okay. When two triangles are similar, the ratio of the areas of those triangles is equal to the ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides. This is the figure. So let's focus on this. Two triangles are similar, doesn't matter, still it remains the same. This is 8 and this is 6. So for the first concept, we'll have area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to AB by PQ the whole square. AB by PQ. AB is 8, PQ is 6, that is 8 square by 6 square, that is 4 by 3 the whole square. 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, the answer is 16 by 9. So what is the ratio? Ratio is 16 is to 9. This is how you write down the ratio, correct? BD is what we are supposed to find out, and QS is 3. QS is 3. Correct? Okay, no problem. So let us do that. Now if you see over here, tell me one thing. Can I say AB by PQ is equal to BD by QS? Why I can say that? Because if you see these two triangles, it is not written over here, but you have to prove the two triangles similar. That is, in triangle ABD and triangle PQS, it is already given that angle B, this is your Q, is equal to angle Q. This is given, right? Angle B and angle Q. And it is also given that angle D is equal to angle S, because they are 90 degree each. So can I say two triangles are similar? Triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQS by A test of similarity. And yes, once they are similar, you can write down AB by PQ is equal to BD by QS. Put the values. 8 by 6 is equal to BD by 3. 3 goes here. 8 multiplied by 3 by 6, BD is equal to 4. Yeah, that's it. We got the value of BD. And that's how we can get the value of BD if QS is 3. So yeah, anyways, this was given. So firstly, we find out the ratio of the areas of the triangles. Ratio of the areas of the triangles, as we know, is 8 square by 6 square. We got 16:9. And then we found out BD as well, where QS is 3, so BD is 4. By proving the two triangles similar, taking the ratios, cross multiplying and getting the value. So I hope you enjoyed the session alongside me on sample paper for Maharashtra board. So children, please keep on practicing all the chapters here. Make sure that you know all the theorems, you know all the concepts. That becomes easy to understand. Also go through this entire video and the video of algebra. Until then, keep learning with Top Scholars and subscribe the channel.